Let's get loud.
Loud.
Loud. Man, I was loud on the pickleball court this week. I couldn't control myself because yesterday I did not play very well. The day before I was on fire. And both days I was loud. Well, actually I wasn't as loud 2 days ago, but
You're always loud. I don't know about not as loud. Instead of being volume 20, you were 18 out of 10.
I don't know. At one point, I literally said I want to hit myself with this paddle to concuss myself so that I forget what I just did on the court.
Did you play bad?
I played bad yesterday. I played fantastic the day before, and then I played bad yesterday. Can you explain that to me?
I don't know. Sometimes you're a little inconsistent.
And
I mean, usually you're not.
No,
I suck all the time.
No, pickleball's like that, where I swear to God, you could be like the best pickleball player ever.
Oh, it's
Every
like
shot
when you're
is hitting.
in baseball and you're going into a little bit of a slump.
And then, you forget to entirely learn how to play the game. To be fair, I only had 2 hours of sleep yesterday. And so
How many hours of sleep? You look fried today, too.
Wow.
Seriously.
Is that the way of saying that I don't look good?
You just look like you've had a rough stretch.
I hate when people say that. I hate when people are like, oh, you look so tired.
Are you going through a rough stretch?
Just tell me that I look like crap.
Nap it out, Mederios. Nap it out.
Just say that I look like crap. Don't tell me I look tired.
You don't look like crap. You just kind of look like you need a nap. That's what I would say.
Whatever. Just kidding.
Right.
Well, obviously, you got to be tired because you had a busy weekend.
I did.
I mean, you
drove a lot. Drove to L.A. and
Why
back.
don't you share with the people as we pull up the first
So
video?
anybody that's a 50-something, right here, Oasis. Oasis is all I got to say. Everything surrounding the concert was an unmitigated nightmare at the Rose Bowl because you got 80,000 people going to this venue, which is antiquated, bad parking. We took a shot, just lines all over the place, lots of people. But man, the brothers Gallagher made up for it. This was sounded great, sounded fantastic. They played for 2 hours, went on stage at 8:45, got off stage at 10:45, played all the hits, all the favorites. Their encore ended with their three probably biggest songs that most common folk would know, but it was a fantastic time. Don't Look Back in Anger, followed by Wonderwall, followed by
Wonderwall.
They ended it with Champagne Supernova. But look at that, 80,000 people enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
And Kathy and I included.
There's Kathy. There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect. Hey, look at that. That was meant to come up on screen because you just mentioned Kathy.
What's crazy too is that there were a lot of Gen Zers.
Really?
There were a lot of Gen Zers at their concert that have rediscovered their music. And the girl behind us, she's like been a fan since she was 9 years old. There were people literally in tears. There was a girl in the front row during the encore. She's like crying. And Liam Gallagher stepped off stage. So Noel was doing his song and he like dedicated it to, he goes, she's been in tears all show. I hope that's not a commentary on our performance tonight. But just, it was fantastic.
That's cool.
And all these folks were just having a good time. The nostalgia.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Hats off to bucket hat off, I should say, to the Gallagher brothers who brought it to the Rose Bowl. It was fantastic.
Your camera work at the very end. I should have cut that out. How do you rate it in terms of a scale of 1 to 10?
For the concert itself of the live performance.
But you can choose. Okay, why don't you do the performance?
10 out of 10.
Okay, and then do the overall experience.
Well, it gets knocked down to about an 8 out of 10 because there literally are t-shirts that said, I got home from the Oasis concert at the Rose Bowl.
Should I move on to those photos?
Yeah, I mean, because it's funny because there's the traffic, then there's also the shuttle that you had to survive. It was nuts. There's a great shot from outside the iconic Rose Bowl, which unfortunately is antiquated for concerts. It's just no way to get in. There's like 2 ways to get in and get out. But we had a great time. A lot of luminaries, dignitaries, famous people were there at the show we went to. Paul McCartney was there.
Yeah.
Phineas and freaking Billie Eilish were there.
Wow.
It was, it's LA, so it's a star. And not many people bring the stars out, but Oasis did. I was happy I went. glad I got to see them because I never got to see them during the heyday, and it was sold out. And I only paid $80 a piece for the tickets because I got them on the pre-sale.
Really? You only played that? That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
I mean, nowadays I feel like it's pretty hard to see a band or just any.
No, it's like $250,
singer.
$300. And on the, after I was looking up, days before the concert hard section, they were selling seats for like $380, $400, and we were kind of in the nosebleeds.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's that T-shirt somebody made because it was true. It was to make it home. Like, we did not get back to our hotel at 1:30 in the morning.
Wow, that's crazy.
And the show ended at like 10:50.
That's really wild. I will say, I like when I went and saw Drake at Crypto, I think my tickets were like $300 a piece, and I was pretty much in the nosebleeds. And then when I saw Kanye in the Pit in Chicago, those actually were only $200 for my sister, which is amazing because they were like floor seats, And it had the
I got
roving.
in on the pre-sale, and Oasis did it so you could avoid the bots getting in there. So they sent you an email, and then you had to like take a Oasis quiz to see if you qualified, which I thought was just to weed out the true fans. But when I was in line, the guy's like, "Nah, man, they did that so the bots couldn't get in there and buy up all the tickets." I was like, "Okay." Pretty smart.
So the bots go in and buy all the. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh, that's kind of how they operate. Like when you get in and it's just a free for all to get in there. They get it set up. The bots buy a lot of tickets.
I will say, okay, so this is going to make me sound so old, but I don't even care because you're older than me, so it's fine. When I never thought that I'd go to EDC, but this huge like rave in Las Vegas, I ended up getting these earplug things, and so they're sound earplugs, Kevin. And so you just put them in your ears so that it just minimizes the sound.
No, I actually would have wore because it was loud. My ears were ringing.
Yeah, so now when I go to concerts going forward, I think I'm going to use these.
No, we get, like when we go to Save Mart Center and see a show, we'll usually put them in if we're closer to the stage because, it is loud. I'm old. Turn it down.
No, but seriously,
it's like when I go out to dinner.
That's too loud for us.
That is. We get loud, but I mean, that is way too loud. Like, I'm at the point now in my life when I go out for drinks with friends, I want to go out where it's a chill vibe. I don't need music blasting loud where I can't hear anything.
You know what I'm actually really scared about is I saw Rich Rodriguez, obviously Rhett works for our station, and so at the draft, because we're in his fantasy football league as well, he said that his dad can't hear on, I think, the left side of his body because of his IFB. And I was thinking to myself, man, I hope that does not happen.
Yeah, how many years of broadcasting was Rich doing? And seriously.
So I'm a little bit scared
I feel
about
if
that.
I get anything, my left ear is going to go out before my right because I always put in my AirPod to be on the phone because I don't like both of them in, but I'll put it in. And so, and then music-wise, you've been in the car with me.
Yeah.
I'm booming.
Yeah. I know. I'm shocked that your phone doesn't say you're in a loud environment.
It probably has been shut off.
And for people that do not know at home, I guess we were kind of talking in TV talk, but an IFB is a cord that you put in your ear.
It's your earpiece, essentially, so you can hear programming and the producer, director, and whatnot. It's funny because I was watching Carissa Meyer and Aaron Andrews talking. They're like pre-game show before their podcast, and they were talking about IFBs and like Carissa's like, I have somebody hand me the IFB before I go on set. And the other one was like, no, I keep it on me all times. Aaron Andrews is like, I got it in my bag at all times. So.
That's funny.
And they were talking IFB. I know what an IFB is.
It's cool the advancements that they've done with these. So, I mean, our station still kind of has the bigger ones, to be honest. But some stations are now moving to the super small. And it's like only maybe this big, like the size of my fingernail maybe. And then you just put it in your ear and no cords, which I would be a fan of. But something that made Kevin want to really pull out his hair was Sunday and the Dolphins' performance that
Let's just
we
say,
talked about last week how you just went for Tyreek Hill, and I don't think you're too happy anymore.
After the concert, we went and visited friends in Pasadena, and they're big tennis fans, so they wanted to watch the U.S. Open final, men's final. And usually I would have probably have been...
I'm going to be honest, so did my friend Saba, and I said, absolutely not, it's week 1.
Well, we got to their house, and the kickoff had just started. And then I started getting texts, and my Dolphin texter read about Tua sucks, get him out of there. And I saw the score, and I'm like, let's watch some tennis. But I did end the night with the most fantastic game of the day between Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. And I mean,
and we called it. We called it.
Oh, yeah, no. Josh Allen pulled how many of those magician plays out of his hat? Seriously.
There's one thing about football is the momentum switch, and you could feel that shift really within the last 5 minutes, which actually brings us into also this. And so if you can see, mine is the prime time on the left.
This is in our league here at work with former workers. I've been running this league for like 20 years. I'm the commissioner. High points each week get a bonus.
Yeah.
And poor Mederios has never won high points. She's come so close.
So many times.
And she would have gotten high points had she picked up the victory.
Okay, so let's
couldn't do it.
Let's break it down, okay? I was down by quite a bit, honestly, going into this matchup, and all I had left was Lamar Jackson, which my first mistake really was sitting Breece Hall. I don't know why I did that because he had 13 points.
Well, you didn't know. You didn't know what the Jets were going to do.
And I thought really that Bucky Irving was going to have a better day against the Falcons. So that was a mistake. Let me just say that was really a mistake. But anyways, and Jamar Chase, really 2 points.
Well, you talk about Jamar Chase in this same league. I got a big fat 0 after Thursday night kickoff because A.J. Brown. Thank you, A.J. Brown, for not being part of an offense that scores 24 points.
To be fair, he was only targeted once. And
right, I saw that in the fourth quarter, and he caught it for 8 yards, which in this league gets us 0 points because I'm old-fashioned and I do standard.
Yes, okay, but what I'm saying, Kevin, is that it's not really his fault that he was only targeted once.
No, it wasn't.
It was really the play calls that were played.
The play call that said, Kevin, we're going to start you off with a 0. And then I rebound the next day because I had Justin Herbert, who goes to town and gets me 27 points. But the rest of my team no-showed. So, whatever, man.
Okay,
I'm 0-1.
But let's go back. And actually, I'm kind of upset that I wasn't called on to Bean and Dean to talk. Beam and Dean. Bean and Dean, that's funny. Beam and Dean to talk about this because I got really upset. So I had Lamar Jackson. He has an incredible night. I mean, he was going off, a true MVP, in my opinion, form. I mean, he was throwing
true MVP until Josh Allen.
I know.
I mean, they both. It was like those are the 2 best quarterbacks in the NFL right now, without a doubt.
100%. But so then James Cook scores that touchdown, and I'm like, ugh. So it's a back and forth between Dean and I. Dean, for people that do not know, he's behind the scenes. He's
our production manager, and he's a look at that
incredible guy.
Gets a W week 1.
But so 4 minutes left in the game. Literally, I am up 101. Okay, 101 to 99. He's texting me the whole time. What you guys don't see is he's texting me individually and saying
out of the group chat, which is already going.
Group chat. Congrats, Bab.
Oh, no.
I always lose
that's the Dean reverse. That's the Dean reverse psychology. If you're winning, he will always send, team didn't show up. They're like, I'm up by like 10 points. We're done. Congratulations, Kev. Way to go. And I'm like, dude. It's second quarter. Calm down.
Yeah. No, that's what I was like, back and forth, right? And so then what happens? But King Henry, who had an incredible night, and you know what? The sad thing about this is it's going to take away from his performance, which he played so
over
well.
150 yards on the ground. I mean, impressive. He's
a workhouse.
He set the record for the most 150-yard plus rushing games over the age of 30.
I can believe it.
He is a beast, and I feel bad for him too because that is the only play that a lot of people remember.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And so, here's the thing, okay? So he fumbles the ball, and the Bills get 3 points.
And I looked at Kathy at that point, and I go, "Hun, Are we going to see what I think we're going to see right now?
No, you could feel it that somehow they were going to come back.
Josh Allen is going to take him down now.
Right. And I will say, okay, so because of that, right, he gets 3 more points, so he has 6 points now for his defense. He goes up 102 to 101. Plot twist, the Ravens get the ball back. They're trying to get a first down to secure the win. And what happens? First, they run it, not with Lamar for some reason, and then he throws for a 7-yard pass. All I needed was a 10-yard pass, I think maybe even 9 would have got it for me. We would have gone 102 to 102, and then it would have gone down to...
You would have needed, in our league, it's 25-point increments, so you would have needed a 14-yard pass, actually, because it would have put him at 225. Actually, a 16-yard pass. Because 225 would have been the next point up. So you weren't as close as you thought.
I really did not need that much, and didn't get it done.
You just have him, you know what? Run for like a first down.
Yeah, ended up losing, which is too bad because even if we would have been tied, I would have won on bench points. And so that
no
brings
$75 for Mederios.
No
high points. Better luck next week.
Good news is that I did beat you, and so just
because I don't even know what I was doing. I was like, I said to Kathy, check your team at like 9:57. I checked my teams in my 3 different leagues, and for some reason I forgot to put Penix in over Cam Ward. I put Penix in, I win.
I don't know if you would have won.
No, I would have won by 2 points.
Okay, so to break it down, here I'm putting up the photo here of the matchup, Bab to the Bone versus the Mahanimals. And I had Jalen Hurts, Genty, Henderson, A.J. Brown, 1.8 in this league.
Look at the total. What's the total points?
91.08 to 76.88.
Okay, so 76, if you add... So Cam Ward had 2 point whatever points, and Penix had 24. That would have given me 22 additional points, which would have put me in the catbird seat. So Cam Ward, I love you, but you ain't ever gonna get off that bench.
I don't know. And truthfully, I mean, that was a dumb decision because
it was literally because I forgot to sub them out.
The Denver defense was, on fire.
No, Cam Ward's good, though.
I know,
he played well, but they just weren't getting, and he has no weapons.
No, okay, but also, can you just give credit where credit is due?
No, yeah.
And the Denver defense...
The Broncos played horrible on offense, too.
Correct. What I'm saying is...
the defense bailed them out.
The defense was unstoppable.
Yes.
It truthfully was
They got
incredible.
them the victory.
Fun little fact for you, okay? Every time that Ridley lined up against... Pat Surtain, Defensive Player of the Year. Let me remind you. Guess what? Wasn't targeted once.
Nope. Cam Ward is not dumb. Cam Ward is not, in my first NFL start, going to go against Patrick Surtain. Not going to do it.
I'm just going to say.
He didn't turn the ball over. That's why, if you're a Titans fan, you got to be happy because for a first outing in an NFL game, Cam Ward managed, he did not put them in a position to lose.
Yeah.
But it just...
But the defense was incredible.
Defense did play good.
Ufanga, that used to play for the Niners, man, I think he was our top tackler of the day. So he played really well.
Yeah, Dolphins did not play well. You guys did. Real quick on the fantasy, because you and I are in another fantasy league. And in your league... Who had the best performance? My team, Los Dolphins de California, because I had Derrick Henry and Zay Flowers. Who's number 1 ranked in your league right now?
Probably you.
I am. 188 points on the board. But in that league, too, Kathy went into that Sunday night game down 75, and she had Cook and Josh Allen and came out with a victory. And I will tell you what, man. Kathy is on the Josh, much like Brian is in our other league. They draft Josh Allen way high, but it's worth it.
Okay,
Seriously.
I need to ask you, though, and I'm curious, and this isn't collusion. This is just your opinion, okay?
Go.
I really need to figure out what I'm going to do this week. I'm in a little bit of a predicament, okay?
Which league?
in Rhett's league.
Okay.
This is
You just beat me, so I mean.
This is the problem, okay?
I don't know if you want my advice.
Last week, I sat Deebo Samuel.
Yeah,
okay?
I would have started him.
I sat him because
what were your
didn't
other
know-
choices?
So here's my receivers in that league. I got A.J. Brown, McConkey, Deebo Samuel, and then I have Metcalf. And I decided to start Metcalf. He didn't have a bad day, but Deebo Samuel went off.
Yeah, I probably would have been the same way, though, because Metcalf, I mean, out of those, look, McConkey had a great game.
Right.
You know, he's going to get a lot of passes. He's kind of like the safety valve for Herbert. And
Right.
so it's not as bad of a decision. That one was just one of those where you're just kind of the luck of the draw. Really.
Well, and this is what I'm saying. So this week, what do I do?
Well,
do I decide? So, okay,
who are the
A.J.
Steelers
Brown and
playing?
the Eagles are playing Kansas City, okay, at Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
McConkey is playing against Vegas.
Yeah, I'm
in
not taking him
Vegas.
out.
And then Deebo Samuel is against Green Bay Thursday night.
I would
at
actually
Green
not.
Bay.
I would probably put. You would.
And Metcalf is at home against the Seahawks.
Ooh, that's two good defenses. The Seahawks defense and the back. I mean, you saw what the Packers did.
But is he going to have a big game against his former team?
Nah, I would.
And then
I
Thursday
might,
night, prime time,
I might
you
do
never
Debo.
know.
I might do Debo.
I know that I'm kind of leaning towards Deebo, but
Seattle, is it at Seattle?
it's no, it's at home.
Oh, that could change a little bit.
So I'm in a predicament. You at home, let me know also what you think, because this is going to be a game time decision for myself. I'm going to be honest with you. And right now,
I've got to go onto the waiver wire because I had George Kittle, and Georgie boy is going to be out for a few weeks.
I know.
So now, once again, the tight end position always manages to screw me.
Well, and I decided to go with my heart and not necessarily my brains, and got Evan Ingram. And now I'm really scrambling because he's questionable. Also, he did not play that well. And so now I'm like, what do I do? So the tight end position is really difficult this year as it was last year. And there's really just some like
In one of my
diamonds in the
leagues,
rough.
I do have the future Mr. Taylor Swift. Got me a touchdown. Hey, he had a good fan. You can roll your eyes all you want, but he shook it off and took it to the end zone. So he was a double.
Also took out Worthy.
Oh, I know. And Worthy may be out for many, many weeks, if not the season.
Dislocated shoulder. I mean, not looking great for.
My own worst enemy. Holy cow. And Travis is not a small human being. So that collision, Xavier's going to take the worst. And he did, unfortunately. Or if you're, the Chiefs are going to have a rough time of it this year. I think the entire AFC West is better because look at what Geno Smith did.
Yeah.
Geno Smith looked good.
Yeah, but
but you got to think of it, though. He's used to Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll is a good coach.
Yeah.
It's not a circus. The Raiders do not have a circus in terms of their coaching. They've got a solid staff.
We'll see what happens with the Raiders, but
I'm not hopeful for the Dolphins. The Dolphins play the Patriots, and I am not hopeful. I'll watch, but I am not hopeful.
Well, with the Bills, too, in that division, I mean, the Bills looked like, truthfully,
the Dolphins can't beat the Bills.
Maybe this is an early playoff prediction, but I mean, if they continue the way that they're going, I could see them getting the number one seed.
Yeah, but the thing is that still the Ravens have the better overall roster.
True.
That they've blown a lot of double-digit leads in the second half over the past 5 years. But you know why? Because they've had a lot of double-digit. And it's harder when you're on defense to clamp. When you're up big, it gets difficult.
Yeah.
And you're going against Josh Allen. When they rely on Josh Allen, a lot of times it's you don't want to be so, you know what I mean, just a one-trick pony. But what a pony to have in your stable.
Okay, let's, actually, I want to get your take on this real quick, but we don't have that much time, Kevin.
Go.
We only got about 3.5 minutes.
All right.
But you know what
We're almost to the 2-minute warning.
You know what I hate is when people move cities and then they have a team that they've said that they've rooted for forever, and then all of a sudden they're wearing the gear of another team. It would be like me moving to California, and all of a sudden I've been a Denver
Rams
Broncos
jersey.
fan forever, but then you just see me at a Rams or a Niners game, and all of a sudden I'm in that gear. Like
you know where I stand on this. You know where I stand on this.
Yeah.
I'm repping my Dolphin gear until I die, unfortunately. And I ain't gonna never see another Super Bowl. Or team hasn't won a playoff since you were like 2 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, there are coworkers here that the Dolphins' playoff drought is older than.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll be home, and my stepmom's by the way, my mom is a Lions fan. My stepdad's a Packers fan. So how do you think that went after last week?
He was doing a little jig. I'll tell you.
I'm sure it was a little bit rough.
I don't like that either. Oh, people saying, well, this is my NFC team.
Yeah, no.
No, get out of here.
Yeah, I won't even use a Packer blanket that my stepmom has.
I'm not mad at people that like grew up here, but have been like a Packer fan since they were a little kid. It's what you're exposed to. I have friends here that, and you can say this person's mentally deranged, grew up here, did not like the Niners or the Raiders, but really liked the Browns when they were younger and have stuck with them. I don't know why. But, as long as you stick with the team that you choose, like say, I have friends that are Dolphins fans that they grew up here, but they loved Dan Marino. Yeah. And then they didn't abandon the Dolphins. That's fan. I don't care how you became a fan, as long as you stay a fan. Yeah. Like if you were a fan of Peyton Manning, like you were, and you stayed a fan.
Yeah, but okay, I will say, and this is just actually what we're going to end on today because I do have a thought on this, is here's the thing. I saw some people that are now Packers fans because Micah Parsons went over there, and I don't believe in that. Listen, I loved Von Miller to the death, okay? Truthfully, big Von Miller fan. He was my favorite player, but when he went to the Rams...
Good night, you're dead to me.
I still rooted for him, but it doesn't mean that all of a sudden I'm a Rams fan. You can't just jump.
No, especially if the Rams are playing the Broncos, forget about it. It's like fantasy football. You weigh the options, but if it means the Dolphins winning a game and my fantasy team losing, depending on how the season's going, I'm probably going to still be on the Dolphins train.
Right. Me too.
Now, if it's costing me money, though, and we're late in the season and the Dolphins are like 6-10, and this means nothing, it even gives them a worse draft slot, then I'm going for my fantasy team and hoping Lamar scores another touchdown in the fourth quarter to put the dagger in the season.
Well, go Broncos. We got the Colts this week. Hopefully a better offensive showing.
Don't let Daniel Jones do to you like he did to us. In the immortal words of Darius Rucker when he was with Hootie and the Blowfish, the Dolphins make me cry. Always make me cry.
All right, everyone. I guess we're ending on that. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Adios.